Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 28 of our Better Minecraft Plus Let's Play series, where today we are diving into a new magic mod, Eidolon. So let's get started. So today, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Apparently, it's snowing in our world, and I have a bunch of snow everywhere, which is, lovely, except for the fact that it literally took over our stairs. I think this will melt over time as the season becomes, warmer outside. Looks cool. I like it. Anyway, so today we are going to work on getting into a mod that is new to me. Seen a couple other people play with it and everything, but I have never done so myself, and that is called Eidolon. Eidolon is a mod that is a magic based mod. There's the book. Book in a rotten flesh is how you make it. By the way, our trash can is running with a bunch of bones and arrows and stuff. I did go I did go farming for experience. So we have 114 levels in our scroll of ageless wisdom at the moment. So that's nice. But we got a bunch of extra stuff. Iron, I don't remember how much we had before. I would have to go back and check the recording, but we have 403 iron and 235 gold. I did set up what is known as an ender tank because it's like the only tank that we have available to us really in this pack outside of create. So I just made one of these because it'll hold 16 buckets of lava. Popped over to the nether, grabbed some lava, and I just filled this up. There's no other tank that's linked to this. I just used this as a temporary, like an interim tank, and let it sit there. Eventually, we'll see maybe if there's a way that we can use create to pump out lava from the nether. I'm not 100% sure, but as you can see, this is completely full, so we need to deal with this situation at some point by just putting more lava into there, but we'll get to that point eventually. Anyway, Eidolon. The book is called Ars Ecclesia, and if we take a look into here, we're going to see it's a standard quest book. Our goal in Eidolon is to get the Soul Enchanter. Oh, apparently, I guess I did AFK for a while. It has been a bit since we have slept, and so we've got these phantoms chasing after us. Where did they go? Getting stuck in my windmill. Hurry up. Get down here. And now he's got slowness, so it's going to take him forever to come back to me, probably. And that guy's just, he cannot get out of the windmill. I have phantom membrane, so I'm not like too concerned. This is not my first fight. Dude, they love getting stuck in that guy, don't they? All right. Let's just burn them. Get ready to burn. Haha, burn in the daylight. Let the sun take you. Demons. Oh, and that one just literally deleted itself, essentially. That must have been the one that I had already hit, and it was super weak. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Oh, first off, let's check this out here real quick. So this is our nether wart, and it is currently age 2. So apparently age 2 is full aged, and we got 1. Has this gotten us any more nether warts? Oh, it has. It actually is. Okay, so we have 30 nether wart in the system. So it is actually harvesting the nether wart. Sweet. So this does work. If you want to, add nether wart to your little farm here, bam, bam. Easy peasy. Anyway, so inside of Eidolon, there's a couple different things. We've got monsters. There's zombie brutes. Those little wraiths that we see flying around and stuff are, part of it. There's ores, lead, as we've seen. We've gotten lead. We've made stuff with lead. Pewter is an alloy with lead and iron, and that's going to make a pewter blend, which you then have to smelt up. And then there is Enchanted Ash. It's a purifying power refined from bone. It is repulsive to undead and necrotic energies. Lines of it may be laid across the ground over which undead monsters cannot walk. From what I understand, this is actually pretty good. We have a ton of bone, but what you could do is make a bunch of this and then, like, you know, line it all around your base, and you're pretty much mob proofing your base. Zombies and skeletons, at least. I don't know about creepers. I don't know if it'll affect creepers or endermen, but your standard undead creatures will not be able to come to you. Pretty cool. Inside of this, there is a bunch of stuff that we're going to have to do. We have rituals, item receptacles, there is altars, there is, you know, brewing, we have a crucible, we've got, you know, chanting to dark gods and summoning mystical signs. Like I said, our goal here is going to be, maybe I didn't say it, but it is the Soul Enchanter. The Soul Enchanter is a pretty cool enchantment mechanism in which, by utilizing what is known as soul crystals, we can enchant our items with using a soul crystal and one, two or three levels of experience, I believe. And you can level up your enchants. So, for example, if I put a sword in there, I'm going to start out and I get sharpness 1. I can get sharpness 1, and then I can luckily maybe randomly re-roll, and I'll get sharpness 2, and then re-roll sharpness 3, 4, and, you know, so on and so forth. So this is our crafting process. So we're going to need to get up to arcane gold and this magic workbench. So we're going to need some pewter. We're probably going to need a healthy amount of pewter. So let's go ahead and get some lead. Also, by the way, let's go check out our stuff that we had downstairs processing with Create. I did actually check on it already, and there is a lot down here, which is pretty good. I don't know if we're really going to need like iron for the rest of the series. We're going to have a lot of iron. I'm playing this pack as if it's a regular pack and that we need 773 iron. I don't know if we do. I don't know if we don't, though. So I'd rather, you know, have it versus not have it. You know what I'm saying? Oops, I meant to keep that pewter. A stack of pewter blend. Let's just do 2 stacks. And then from here, you can be just regular smelted. We need to set up bulk blasting. That way I can just dump it into a chest and let this stuff run. Though we can, and I don't have to worry about inputting coal. That's the thing. We can set it up in this blast furnace over here and let it run and give it some coal and all that good stuff, you know? 8 times 4 is 32. We need some more coal in this bad boy. And so the pewter is going to run. Yeah, okay. So what do we need? So we need to get up to arcane gold at least, right? That is our tier. So how do we do so? Well, crafting arcane gold is going to require us to get some redstone, soul shard, and put it into a crucible. So it looks like our best bet here is to get started with a, let's see. We needed soul gems. Nope, we need soul shards. Like I said, I've never used this mod before, so I'm just trying to figure out how do we get this stuff. These are altars that we have to pray to the dark god. I know that we're going to want those altars. So let's grab an altar because it is time gated. Your ability to pray to the dark god is time gated. So you're going to want to you know, pray as often as you can. So that way you can unlock the things that you need to unlock with it. Let's get 6 of these. So there's a couple things that we're going to need for the ritual here. So we're going to need wooden altars, and I made 6 of them. You can stack them. They may be constructed in any shape or size. An icon must be placed atop the altar in addition to any other magical paraphernalia that one desires. So we're going to need to make a straw effigy, which is going to require us to get some wheat. We might have some wheat in the system. I really have not been keeping up with our farm over here, but if not, it's definitely over here. Geet. I really need to automate this because food. I'm still riding off of the apples that we have farmed out in the wild. So uh yeah, that's the state of our food at the moment. So we have a straw effigy. Let's see, what else can we do? Altar lighting. Certain light sources are capable of enhancing an altar, and only sometimes its capacity. If multiple lights are provided, only the highest power and capacity. Okay, so we can only use one of these. A lantern will give us 1 power and 1 capacity, but a candle will get us 2 power. What is power versus capacity? I like the sound of power better. Power sounds cool. How do we get a candle from Eidolon? Let's filter this out so it's a little bit easier because there's a lot of candles. Okay, so you're arcane golden nuggets, so we don't need you. You are string and tallow. Tallow comes from rotten flesh blasting it. Guess what? We got a ton of rotten flesh in both regular and block form. So I think we can handle that. And was that blasted only, not smelted? It looks like it, yes. Oh, look, and you can convert it into leather too. And you do some sort of ritual, apparently, with rotten flesh. So let's take that out and put that in. Let's get us some tallow. And then we are going to change this up. Chest. Hopper. Real quick, just so we can automate this a bit. Chest. Hopper. And of course, can't open the chest. Should have put a barrel. So let's get the pewter blend that we have, and we need to get the stuff out of this. Sure, we can use the golden hopper. And yes, I'm using my pickaxe to dig, okay? Does it really make a difference? It's not that bad. It's not that big a deal. Okay, so everything should be coming out and we should be good to go. Okay, and that is now automated except for the coal, but we can just throw that in there. And there's plenty of coal in there now for it to work with. Let's go ahead and put all of this stuff away and let's get a candle. Or 4. But remember, we can only use 1, it says. Okay, so that is our altar lighting. Skulls. The skulls of undead creatures are powerful occult objects capable of significantly empowering an altar. If multiple skulls are provided, only the highest power and capacity improvements out of all the skulls will take effect. Okay, so a wither skeleton skull looks like the best, but I don't. Do we have any? I do. Bam. We can take a wither skeleton skull. Now, the way that this is worded, if multiple are provided, only the highest power and capacity improvements out of all the skulls will take effect. So does that mean, for example, if I were to put a zombie head and a skeleton skull, because the zombie head is providing me power, would I get the power from the zombie head and the capacity from the skeleton skull because it's only a 1 capacity? Because if that's the case, then with our lighting, I could put a lantern on our thing and get the power from a lantern as well as the candle, because the candle doesn't have capacity, but the lantern does. So what I'm saying makes sense. So we're going to mix and match. I don't know if there's any way to actually check your capacity and power in your altar and everything. I'm also going to clear the chat log so that doesn't pop up every time. But yeah, we'll find out. And then lastly, altar herbs. which is a wither rose. We have wither rose. Certain uncommon flora and fungi are able to enhance an altar when potted and placed atop it. As per usual, if multiple herbs are placed atop the altar, only the highest power and capacity improvements. Okay, so we need a pot. Flower pot. What are you? Ceramic tiles. Just need a little bit of clay. And then a wither rose. Do you need to put dirt in a pot? I've actually never used a vanilla Minecraft pot before. I don't even know. How did I get this coarse dirt? Did I make this somehow by accident at some point? Possibly. How you doing? We're getting tallow. Just waiting on one more, this last final brick. Doop. Okay. And flower pot. Okay. And the wither rose. And that's that. So now we need to figure out and set up somewhere for our dark ritual to go. And that is going to be a good question. Do we want to be summoning the dark god in our base? Or do we want to, take our wooden altar and, not let people know? If anybody comes in, they're not going to be able to see that we are pagans, heathens, essentially, in the eyes of some. Let's maybe we'll put it back here behind our base where people don't generally go, nor do I generally go. Just trying to think what's the best way for us to get over here. There's some mushrooms and stuff over here, maybe. Oh, you know what would be a good area to be doing the dark god summoning? I think, especially since we have access to most of our stuff here. Oh, and now that I'm thinking about it, let's do this. That way we don't even have to worry about coming back and picking this stuff up. What if we just put an ender chest here? Dump into our system. Yeah, that's a good idea. Look at that. TheAndrata thinking with his brain. What I'm thinking is our underground village. There's that one spot in the underground village that is like a graveyard. That'd be a good spot for a dark god summoning, I would think, like this. This is where also I stole a bunch of skulls from too. Yeah, check this out. Let's clear this area out a little bit. Okay. Just basically want to set this all back one. Just open it up a little bit. What else have we got? We've got some mossy stone. We got cracked. Let's go and get stone bricks. Okay. So then we can set up our altars here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's our altar. Straight back. Yes. We are working on a dark god summoning ritual. Okay. Get out of here. You can't see anything that's going on back here. Stay away. I know this is your village, but stay back. I can't guarantee your safety. So we have our straw effigy. Let's light it up. Let's put a candle out here. Let's throw a lantern. Sure, the lantern can go there. The wither skeleton skull can face like here, kind of like it's looking at me. And then the wither rose can sit in the flower pot. Yes. But let's put this in the back because later on there's going to be like a cup that we're going to have to fill with stuff as in blood of maybe even these villagers. So we'll put that in the back so we can keep this little spot open. And there is our straw effigy. Now what? So we should have a goblet. Yeah, we need to get a goblet. That's what I'm talking about. So we should be able to do a ritual. For any who venture into the arcane knowledge of signs, ancient symbols which represent arcane concepts is essential. Chants have various magical properties. Try giving this book to one and they may teach you what they know. Ah, yes. So we have all of this set up, but we are not done. No, sir. We need to go find ourselves a witch. We have to give our book to a witch to unlock the secrets of the arcane. Where would be the best place for us to find a witch is the question. Because I don't know if I've run into any swamps or anything. I know, aren't there witches falling off of this thing? So if I go to Drakmarak, I know that there were witches falling down. Whether I'm going to be able to get to one of those witches before they die is a good question. But we should be able to head back that way relatively easily. If I don't run into a tree. Excuse me, please. Send me. Okay, are you kidding me? Look at these baby villagers just chilling up here. Jacqueline and Tamara. They're just chilling out up here. No supervision. It's actually a pretty big village, isn't it? Look at that little snail. Did you see that? This is that skeleton house that we really don't need to deal with. I have no armor on, so I have to be very careful right now. I know I'm going to get, indestructible on our geode armor, but I don't want to wear it just yet and let it start getting damaged. I probably should put armor on, though. Okay, this keeps happening. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put what we have on, just in case I run up against some unsavory characters. And yeah, that way we don't have to deal with it. All right, we're getting close. Also, it was pointed out to me that I missed a chest in this thing. When we get access to flying, I will probably go ahead and go back up there. But underneath, if you go back those episodes, there was like a throne in the theater room or the auditorium area. Underneath the throne, apparently there's a chest that I didn't see. And thank you to whoever in the comments pointed it out. I don't have them pulled up at the moment, so I can't tell you. Okay. Are you a witch? You look like a witch. You are a witch. Take my book. Wait, no, you're not a witch. You're a viler witch. Well, maybe you can do the thing. What I need to do, though, is take off my magnet. And then throw... Will you take that? Will you pick it up? Stand inside of your own poison. You did, yes. Now I'm going to kill you. Okay. So the witch unlocked the viler sign for us. Let's go ahead and teleport back home because we have no need to be here anymore. Thank you, witch. And thank me for remembering that they were there. Thanks, brain, for working sometimes. Okay, so we got all of this junk. Let's put this back on. And I meant to go back to our underground village. So with this, we are now able to chant to or sign to the dark god. What dark god it is, I don't know. It's just the dark god. Oh, and there's that music again. But with this, we have now unlocked this wicked sign. The wicked sign is the mark of an individual who has spurned righteousness and salvation to seek personal power. Be wary of the creatures and invocations it commands, lest you find yourself corrupted by it. So all we have to do is click it and chant. And you heard that sound like water or fire being put out. We weren't lucky. The Dark God did not favor us today. We did not gain any knowledge. You can do this once per Minecraft day, I believe. And so it is in your best benefit to set this up early and then do your chanting and stuff like that, because yeah, you can only, it's time gated as to how often you're able to do that. So we got it set up. We'll pop back over here as we remember and do some chanting. I don't know if it's required to get to the soul enchanter, but I figured, hey, let's set it up. It's part of the mod and everything, so it's part of the process. So we'll, start the process. So let's take a quick nap and then see what else we need to do. Our goal here is I need to work on getting these soul crystals. And that's what I am looking for right now. So these soul gems, soul shards. That's what I want to know. How do I get these soul shards? The ritual of crystallization allows the harvesting of soul shards from the reanimated. Just after the ritual consumes its last component, it will destroy all nearby undead creatures, leaving a few soul shards in their places. So, luckily for us, we have a mob farm. So it looks like what we're going to need is a couple things from this mod. We're going to need a brazier. Brazier is is used to initiate magic rituals. All rituals are initiated by placing an item on top of it. So we're gonna need some pewter, a block of coal, and some sticks to get a brazier. That's you. I pray I'm saying brazier right. I always get it mixed up how you're actually supposed to say brazier. Block of coal. Missed that spot, but that's okay. So we're gonna need one brazier, and then we're gonna need, like, they're these hands. They're like pedestals. Yeah, stone hands. And these allow us to put items around our brazier. So I think for this ritual, we only need 2. We might need more braziers in the future. But so what we do with this is we go down to our mob farm and we're doing the crystallization ritual. It's bone meal in the brazier with 2 redstone dust on the hands. So let's get redstone and let's get bone meal. We don't have a lot of bone meal. Darn, what are we going to do? Oh, wait, we have 4,000 bone. We got plenty of bone meal. All right. So let's just pop down here. Soup. And set this up. So what we're going to do is, we're going to let these guys do their thing, start building up. We're going to take our stone hands. We're going to set them up like, so. I kind of want them to, I want them to face the brazier. And then set this guy here. Come on, skeletons, where you at? Hurry up, I'm here. Recognize. This here, this here, this here, and then I believe you have to light it with a flint and steel. So we're just waiting for some skellies to show up. There we are. Let's just wait a moment. We'll come back. I'm gonna let this stack up with a bunch of skeletons, and then we'll light this off and see how many of these soul crystals we can get. All right, we have a decent stack of skeletons here. Don't know how many, but quite a few. So let's go ahead and light that. And there we go. That tells you you're doing a correct ritual. And within a few seconds, they should all die, and we should get a bunch of these things. 33. I'll take it. For little to no work having been done, we just literally stood here. So what I'm going to do is end the episode here. Oh, we got a little, I don't know, where'd we get glowstone from? We're going to end the episode here. And then next episode, we are going to start diving deeper into Eidolon. I'm going to look up how to do a little bit more of these things and everything, but for the most part, it's actually fairly simple. Our next step is going to be getting into Artifice, which is getting into a Crucible to get us the arcane gold that we're going to need, and these gems. I don't know exactly which ones we're going to need and stuff, but we'll, you know, there's some cool stuff in here. The Soul Enchanter, like I said, this is our goal. And the nice thing with the Soul Enchanter is, for example, say if we, you know, on this armor, we got our enchanting up and we rolled unbreaking 2, but we had protection 4. We can enchant items that have already been enchanted. We can work on leveling those up too. So previously enchanted items can be, you know, enchanted essentially. But yeah, so we've got some work to do. We got other things that we can get too, which is what I'm looking at. I'm trying to see what other options do we have. A gravity belt. The gem inset within its buckle feels almost lighter than air. The effects of gravity are greatly reduced, slowing and quartering damage from falls, which is cool. 60% entity gravity. It's basically slow fall. Glass hand. Unnatural strength, doubling the damage of all attacks. But all damage I take is quintupled. That doesn't, I mean, that sounds cool, but we'd have to have some really good armor to make sure we don't take any damage. Any knockback is negated. Trying to see, is it just anything else? Resist any unwanted intrusion into your head. Also might get experience loss on death, allowing you to... we actually don't need to worry about that though, because our experience is stored. The prestigious palm allows the user to touch that which previously escaped their press, approximately doubling normal interaction range. Oh. +4 reach distance. I like that. Let's add that to the to-do list. We're going to grab one of those. We can pull all that stuff off. Just trying to see what cool things do we want to dive into in this mod that we want to work towards. This is armor. So it's clay, or I'm sorry, it's wool, dye, unholy symbol, shadow gem makes us the wicked weaves, which is what we're going to need for this prestigious palm thing. Pickaxe of inversion. The harder a block is, the quicker it breaks, and the softer, the more resistance it gives. Okay. The Reaper Scythe allows you to get crystals from killing enemies without having to do this ritual, which is pretty cool. If I were to farm things, make one of these indestructible, I guess, and then start getting crystals, that might be a option. And then just a couple wands and then warded mail. When worn, any armor worn over it is bolstered. Oh, provides excellent defense. Any armor worn over it is bolstered, able to defend against magical attacks that would normally pierce through. So you can wear this. Oh, okay. So this goes into your body slot here and then affects your armor here. And it makes you resistant to magical damage. We'll check that out too. But anyway, that's the end of this episode. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.